Good morning, my name is Elise and I am completely obsessed with my luxury garden. I hope you'll come along with me as I garden and watch a little bit of golf. This morning in my video I'm tackling a big task that I have been avoiding, which is getting rid of a ton of weeds that are encroaching on the west side of my property. Beside our property is a big open lot that has not been built on yet, and the weeds are just overtaking it and they're starting to encroach on my plants, specifically red twig dogwood, some grasses and some Russian sage. They're kind of getting pushed out of the way because these weeds are just so strong and big, and I just haven't had time. I have a 2-year-old and other obligations, so sometimes I can't get to these things, so it's kind of been left. So now I'm about to put in a bunch of work because I need to hack these down so that my plants can remain healthy, and also just to make it look more aesthetically pleasing, because right now it looks quite messy. Now at the top of the property near the sidewalk, workers from the golf course, staff members, come in and they use a big lawnmower and they hack down the weeds about 10 meters into the neighboring property, and then they stop. So from 10 meters into our property all the way down, there are just a ton of these weeds. I will give you a look from above so that you can see what I'm talking about. In one sense it's quite nice because it makes us feel really enclosed in, especially since we don't have a fence yet, but in the other sense these weeds are just taking over. So here we go, come along with me as I cut these weeds, and near the end of the video, if you're interested as well, I will show you a little bit of what's happening on the golf course behind us. Our property is overlooking Tobiano Golf Course, number 8 golf course in the world, so I'll just show you a little bit about what's happening. This is a view from above of all the weeds. So this is the edge of our property line here, and as you can see, all these weeds in the neighboring property are just insanely huge. So I'm going to see how much I can get through. Wow, this is a big task. But it is a gorgeous day. It's a little bit cool actually, so this is a good day to be doing this because it's going to be quite labor intensive. You can see the smoke has cleared. If you saw any of my previous videos, there was quite a bit of smoke here from the wildfires, but it's looking much, much better. Alright, so I'm going to get down there and take care of these insane weeds. Oh my god, these are huge! So this is the west side of my property, and next door to us over here is a big open lot. Nobody has built on this property yet, so these are just all weeds and they're slowly encroaching onto our property line. As you can see, going up the side of the property, they're all just coming over, and I haven't had time to do anything about this. So right now it's getting pretty bad. You can see it's growing over here into my red twig dogwood. These grasses are getting encroached on up there, and so I need to do something about this. So I'm gonna start hacking away at these weeds and see if I can get this tidied up, because these weeds are just starting to come over and look messy and encroach on these beautiful plants. And I just love this pathway at the side of the house, so I need to get this cleaned up and looking much, much better. So here we go. So I just wanted to quickly show you this tool I'm about to use. Here's a close-up of it. This thing is probably 25 years old and it is fabulous. You don't have to bend down and you just snip like this. So I'm about to do that here. Just wanted to show you the tool. Normally I like to weed with bare hands and pull them by hand, but these are way too big, way too invasive right now. So I'm going to use this tool that's been in our family forever. It works amazing. Here we go. Here is a close-up of these. They're so itchy and sharp, and they end up turning into these tumbleweeds that blow around the area. Oh my God, this is huge. This is hard work, but it's gonna pay off. I'm gonna keep going up the side of the property and see how much I can get done. Wow, this thing is like almost as tall as I am. Okay, I've made some really good progress, but this section right here is crazy itchy and this weed is huge. I'm gonna do this little section here and then I'm gonna take a break because it's quite hot and I've done a lot here so far. So let me just do this section and I'm gonna take a break because I'm breathing heavily. As you can see, I switched over to hand pulling some of these. They actually come out of the ground with not too much effort. I'm still breathing heavily and sweating, but it's very, very satisfying to hand pull these. So I've been doing a little mixture of the two. The cutting is good for getting the really big ones cut down so I can reach the root. I can't really reach the root when the plant is so ginormous and spiky and itchy. So I've made some really good progress. I'm gonna take a break and come back to this. Whew. You can see this is so much better here. You couldn't even see this grass beforehand. All of the weeds were covering half of this rock bed here. So this grass didn't take. I transplanted it here early in the season and it just didn't do well with the transplant. And then with these weeds growing way over as well, it just doesn't look very good. So that will be swapped out eventually, but I'm really happy with this progress I've already made. It's looking so much tidier. From this angle as well, this was all weeds here. Obviously it still goes over into the other property, but now it's not encroaching on the rocks so much. So I'm very happy about this. Wow, it's my lucky day because I heard the sound of a whippersnapper and I came out here and a golf course employee has whippersnapped this whole side here, which has dramatically improved the look, and now I don't have to continue pulling these by hand, which was so insanely hard. So I'm incredibly happy. So that is step one, and he said he's coming back in about a week and he's gonna mow it even shorter, so I won't have to continue with this project of weeding this whole entire side of my property. I have completely lucked out and I'm so happy that is one thing off my list. So now we can just enjoy the view. Wow, gorgeous. Here is a beautiful overhead shot of our backyard and landscape. And as you can see, all of these weeds that used to be ginormous, especially going along the back here, have all been cut back. And so it looks so much tidier. Right here in particular, they were huge, like literally sticking up 6 feet tall. I've never seen weeds that big before. So I am so happy that that worker came by and did that for me. Woohoo! That just saved me hours upon hours of work. And like I said before, he's coming back to mow the remainder, so it'll be cut down even lower to a couple inches. But yes, you can see exactly where he cut everything. And over here near the veggie beds, all of the weeds were encroaching along the path that runs just behind the veggie beds here, and so he cut with the whippersnapper going this direction. It just looks so beautiful. Love this view. It's smoky though, very smoky from the fires around here, but it's actually improved a lot. If you've made it to the end of the video here, thank you so much for watching me get all of these weeds cleaned up. I am so happy with the end result. It looks fabulous. So, phew, I'm so glad it's done. And thank you so much for watching. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe so that I know you like these videos and I'll keep going with it. Happy gardening! Here we are overlooking the golf course. Someone on the fairway here about to hit. Ooh. And off they go.